Hello everyone, this is Gabriel here and this is Minoxidil week 22. Not much has happened, however I've been noticing a slightly alarming trend in regards to Minoxidil. So for the longest time, for the last couple of weeks especially, I would go into my Instagram, and for those who don't follow me on Instagram, you definitely should, as I tend to post there more often than anywhere else, even Facebook, Twitter, and even Snapchat. I haven't logged into that in a while, but that's another story. So I would go into my messages every morning when I wake up to see if maybe someone needed to talk to somebody, someone wanted to puke their guts out about feeling some way, you know, whether it's like Minoxidil questions or like transition questions or whatever the case may be. I find myself concerned with the fact that most of the messages, more often than not, tend to be those that are basically trying to hit me up or trying to be, and for lack of a better term, thirsty. Now don't get me wrong or anything, but I do find myself flattered because up until I took testosterone, that has literally never happened for me. Literally has never happened for me before. So the fact that I'm getting that kind of attention now, more so when I have my beard, because I haven't touched it in about 2.5 months now, roughly, it's kind of disconcerting. Like, I put a beard on, I put this Minoxidil thing, basically this foam thing that stimulates beard growth, and everybody is starting to like hit me up on my DMs like, yo, we should catch up, yo, you have a really nice beard, and basically giving me all this smiling, flirty double entendres. I'm just like, okay. And it really begs the question of like, is this beard worth it? Because it's nice, it's fluffy, I like being as hairy as possible, not because like I want to be particularly masculine, but it really begs the question of, do people really like me for who I am? Because that hasn't really changed, or simply because I have more hair on my face and they deem that as a very desirable trait for whatever reason that I cannot fathom. My reason being for wanting a beard is because I want to get as close to my persona as possible, and it's not necessarily a masculine thing, and I just have the genes to support that kind of dream. Sorry, I just had to like talk about that because it's a little disconcerting to like go into my DMs and get a little excited and to talk to new people, only to find that a lot of people are like, yo, what's your Snapchat, what's your WhatsApp, oh, I think you're really handsome, do you have somebody, and like blah blah blah. Simply because I have a beard, because once I shave it off, like, this doesn't happen, and I really am tempted to shave it off simply because of that attention, which is starting to slightly bother me depending on who is telling me what, or if they're starting to creep me out. In any case, as for growth, this is definitely really coming in. It's really fuzzy, but it's starting to go past my lip here, and I think I might start having to trim that because it's really starting to cover my lip, as in it's going over my lip, and if I let it grow any farther, it's probably going to cover my mouth too, so yeah. But otherwise, I'm really liking how filled in it is, although obviously there's a huge stark difference between how filled in this is and how filled in that is. But I always had more neck beard to start off with, so that might be the thing, that this matures faster than this because this had to start from point 1 and this started from like another point in time. So I think everything's growing at a different rate, and I'm still trying to see, maybe I'll leave it another month before I go to the barber and tell them to shape it up and see what it would look like if everything was cleaned up. But for the moment, all I'm doing is like every week or even 5 days, depending how fast it comes in, because as you guys know, along with Minoxidil, I've been taking biotin, hence I'm getting like a lot of pimples on my face, and if I don't eat correctly, like if I eat a lot of junk food or something like that, or candy, it really shows up here. Or even like dairy products, like a lot of milk, a lot of string cheese and whatever, this comes out even more pronounced. Otherwise, I've been really keeping up with my schedule. I basically had to force myself to put on Minoxidil before I go to work, because I started this new schedule where I work from 6 a.m. to like 2:30 every day, and then I have until like 8:30 to do whatever I need to do to get ready for the day ahead. So it's kind of like I'm crunched for time, especially for videos, because I plan to do a Q&A, and I didn't think this job would basically take up my entire life because I haven't had time to draw or pursue some hobbies I've been wanting to do. I literally do not have the time for that, and it's literally getting to the point where I might have to invest in a laptop to be able to do like writing, because I haven't done that in a while. I also haven't like made videos that I wanted to do outside of these weekly updates, and I also haven't done anything that I've really wanted to do, and simply because like work is unfortunately slowly taking over my life. As per usual, that's all I really wanted to talk about today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe if you haven't already. I put out a video every week. I'm trying to do more content other than my beard growth, because I think there's more to me than being just like a hairy werewolf, and because I'm also transgender and non-binary, and I haven't really touched upon those subjects very much, especially since I generally don't have the time. But I'm gonna try to talk about some things that have been on my mind. I just haven't got around to doing that, especially with this new schedule. But we'll see how that works out. All right, I will see you all real soon.